D-Melo Bo, Dominican York. What's going on, everybody? It's a beautiful Thursday. Happy to be here. Sorry to be a little over hyped up or overzealous. Got my first Panda Dunk retail dub on the Nike app this morning. How many of y'all hit? I was super pleased. It wasn't in my size. It wasn't a men's. It was a women's. And it was after I tried to go for my size, I went back in and went for my wife's size and then hit on it. So I hit my wife's size Panda Dunk low, women's 9, men's 7.5, but it was a women's dunk that I hit, and I was super happy. It's my first dub. And then I hit again on the Panda highs, but then those restocked. So I've seen people tweeting like, I don't understand how I didn't take a dub on the highs, but then they're restocking. So they have more stock than they said. But hey, what I have in hand is an overseas cop. I picked these up on Size ? It's a website from overseas. I think they're in France. And I picked up the Nike Dunk High chocolates. I really haven't seen these here in the States. They dropped, I don't have a date for when they dropped, but this is the Dunk High chocolate. Tell me what you guys think. It's a weird color in hand. It really does come off as chocolatey. I didn't really know a name for these until I just looked it up right now, right before turning on the camera. And that Dunk High chocolate is definitely on par with what these look like in hand. It's like a milk chocolate with a dark chocolate. So I do like them. I did buy them in my size, or a half size down on my natural size. So I went with a size 9, and I think this is something that I'll wear. But it's an odd color, right? It's definitely an odd color. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Let's go from the bottom and see what we got. We got your muted stars on the forefoot, on the toes. Standard dunk bottom, just like your Jordan 1 bottoms. Your Nike and swoosh branding with the registered. Just your standard dunk bottom, your white midsole, and then that is chocolate down there. And then your white midsole, followed by a toe cap that's in like a milky chocolate, and then a toe strap that's in a milky chocolate, and then a toe box that's in a dark chocolate. And a slight tumble on both, but they do feel, rougher and more plasticky than your normal release, right? Than your normal typical, I don't know, you know what I mean. The dunks now feel cheaper than they used to. So, I don't know, it feels more plastic, and that might be the overlay or using a synthetic leather. White swoosh. I think it's a nice clean two-tone for the majority colorway, right? And then the white. Let's take a look at the guts. Got the style of laces that I love. Came in your standard orange box. Here, let's do this. This is a pretty shoe, though. I don't know what you guys think. Would you guys cop this? Right now on StockX, last sale was $125, which is right around retail. Right now, though, the green button's $149. And the highest bid is $101. So obviously no hype around this shoe. I didn't expect there to be, but it is what it is. Let's see if I can get this insole out. It's heavily glued in the middle, but I think it is coming out. No, the forefoot won't come out, but I've got it peaked up, so thanks for being patient with me. I appreciate that very, very much. Tongue tag. Ooh, that does look good. See, there's something about this brown that kind of called out to me. There you got your Nike with the registered. Not as cleared with the registered marks. Here we have your tongue tag on the back. Again, not as clear because of the colorway. Made in Vietnam. You got that lighter brown on the interior. There you've got this footbed that is a milk chocolate. This sticker here, that'll come off obviously. And let's take a look at interior actually has yellow stitching. That's a legit chicken guide. Not that they're going to make fakes of these. Well, I know they got fakes of these. You know they do. But there you see, and then you got your, not a Strobel bottom, but I guess it could be, but it just feels fuzzy. That footbed doesn't feel plasticky. It feels more fuzzy. Don't know if that's Strobel. And then you got your stripes with your polyurethane, or no, your standard insole. It's got a size tag. Again, I bought these in a size 9. See if I can get to the damn. Production ran from 8/21 through 2/22. 8/21 through 2/22, made in Vietnam, and again a US 9. So I went with a snug fit on these. One thing it does have is that extra flap on the collar, which is a nice detail on some of the Dunk Highs, and it is cushiony around the collar, and you do have your little tab in the back. Well constructed shoe. Let's take a look at blacklight to see if there's a lot of glue. Very clean, good going Vietnam. Very clean. Barely a dab of spillage anywhere. And again, that's why we do this. There you see some kind of marking. Some kind of chemical there, cleaner or something. See, that happens on retail, right? It's not just UA. Happens on retail. And, you know, that argument's going to keep going on and on and on. It's got your standard Nike box, the orange. And when we go to the tag, it says Nike Dunk High Retro. So this one does say retro. Pecan, white, cacao, wow, pecan. Pecan, white, cacao, wow, pecan. What an interesting bunch of names put together, or for the colors. Size 9, and of course made in Vietnam, and you see the RFID and everything. Should have a stamp, and it does. Regular tissue paper. Very plain and white, and then nothing on the inside. Typical box for a Dunk. This is a very inexpensive Dunk. It was like $100. I got this again off size. Shipping took a minute. This came from France, so this is a European release or European issued shoe, but again, that is not a problem. I'm happy to have them here in hand. Should I wear these? Should I rock them? I'm not sure. I do like the colorway, simple color blocking. Prices probably will go up, but not a lot. This is a $20, $30, $40 profit shoe. I think you could probably wear these and sell them in a couple years and still make your money back. So there's a good thought. But again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of this Nike Dunk High Chocolate. Nike calls it a retro, but I thought this is the first time we saw this colorway. I didn't do any research as to whether this one came out before, but it does say retro on the box. And I do get a lot of people in the comments saying that that's not a retro or that's not a Panda High. And I get it, man. There's certain things that, you know, if it doesn't have the red tag, it's not a Panda. To me, it's a Panda if it's black and white. And this, it's a retro style, and Nike calls it a retro, so it's a retro. But again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with your Uncle Bo. Please hit me up on Instagram if you got any questions, thoughts, concerns, especially about the UA market. And then if you've got stuff on retail, if you want to know where to hit, where to find. If you don't know where to go to the European brands, to the European websites to buy those shoes, sometimes you can hit me up on IG or hit me up here on in the chat, and I will respond fairly quickly. Ask anybody in the chat, and I get back to you pretty quick. Again, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. It's been your Uncle Bo. Que Dios te bendiga. Peace.